Welcome, gentlemen, to Planet MicroCap 2024. Let's give a round of applause to our next presenter, Claude Maraoui. There we go. Claude Maraoui from Journey Medical Corporation.
Thank you, Yasi, and good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here. Tell you a little bit about Journey Medical for those of you that don't know about it. It's a really great time to be involved with this company. So we're called Journey Medical. I've got, I guess, two other associates here. Joseph Banesh, who is our CFO, as well as Srinivas, who is our head of regulatory for the company. Of course, forward-looking statements, you're very well versed on that. I'm more than happy to get into it if anybody wants to. But our ticker symbol is DERM, D-E-R-M. We are a dermatology company focused on therapeutics, so prescription sales. Our market cap is about $70 million right now today. We've got about $19 million outstanding shares, and we've got a volume of about 160,000 on average. So just some investment highlights. First of all, the space that we play in is really acne, rosacea, and hyperhidrosis. That market is very significant for us, especially when you look at our size. That's about a $6 billion market. We have 4 core brands that we really focus on and promote in our commercial platform, and I'll show you those here momentarily. And right now, our business in 2024 is looking break even to cash flow positive in our core business. Additionally, we have a substantial catalyst driver that's going to be taking place later this year. So when you look at Journey, we're a commercial organization, and we have salespeople that go to dermatology practices and talk about our products and leverage and ask dermatologists to utilize our brands. We've acquired products, we've licensed products, and now with this new catalyst that I'm about to mention, DFD-29, this is the first product we're putting through the regulatory process with the FDA, and it's been absolutely surpassing all expectations for us. The FDA, we submitted our dossier in early January of this year. We received an acceptance letter from the FDA in March, and now we have a PDUFA date, so hopefully an approval date coming up in November of 2024. So a lot is happening here, and this particular asset really takes our current revenue base of about $60 million with our products and will quadruple that potentially. So I'm excited to tell you more about that. We have, when I first started with this business, I've been in dermatology specifically for more than 30 years. I was with a great company called Medicis. I was there as a salesperson, frontline manager, key account manager dealing with PBMs, managed care, dealt straight with the major retailers, Walgreens, CVS's of the world, and then ended up heading up marketing and then being vice president of sales over at Medicis. We sold that successfully for $2.6 billion back in 2012. And that's really what got me going into developing Journey Medical. And when we did it, no technology, no products. We just knew the business and started the company. So built a strong commercial platform. We slowly started it with 510K products, so medical devices. Then we moved into ANDA products, so generic products. And then we moved into NDA products, products that have patents and are exclusive, and we don't have to worry about generic intrusion. So now we're about to have this first product hopefully get accepted, DFD-29. We out-license our NDA products because of their strong patents. They have long pathways, sustainable growth. We just did an incredible deal back in September of 2023 where we out-licensed Qbrexza, and for $19 million to Asian countries with the exception of China. So that's all on the strength of the patents and the exclusivity we have. And mind you, less than about 2 years ago plus, we purchased Qbrexza for $12.5 million. So very, very strong returns. At the end of 2023, our balance sheet looks strong. We had about $27 million in cash. And as I mentioned, we've got some good catalysts coming up. Here you see the team. I'm going to mention that you see that second from the bottom line, very strong legacy with Medicis. So when I started the company, I brought in people that I knew that have tremendous talent, great work ethic, people that I can count on, and we've built a really incredible company here. I'll mention 2 people. Dr. Srinivas here, right in the middle, with DFD 29, he was with Dr. Reddy, and that is where we collaborated and licensed to acquire this asset. He started DFD 29 at Dr. Reddy. It made sense, very incredible technical person and MD, and he's walking this product all the way through to FDA approval. Another person I will mention is Robert Nevin, which is right here. He was at Medicis with me. He headed up sales. He put together a strong commercial team, launched Solidyne. Solidyne was the #1 product in all of dermatology before the biologics came in. And that's the type of leadership that we have. He's helped build the team here. Some marquee brand names in the field of dermatology, very well known, very well established. We have launched a tremendous, over 50 products over our careers. We know the marketplace extremely well. We know how to handle life cycle management, and a lot of these end up being first in class. Now, I think a unique competitive edge that we have is our seasoned sales team. On average, they have approximately 11 years of experience in the field of dermatology. Why is that important? That's important because today's world, today's environment, it's becoming more difficult to get face-to-face time with our providers, the people that see the patients and write the prescriptions. So these people are able to get through the front, get into the back, and get the appropriate time to leverage our brands and give the patient features and benefits that they need to. We've got about 35 territories covering the United States, and they're in the top MSAs in the country. So very important, populated areas that really create the bulk of the business. With that 80%, we cover 70% of all the prescriptions that are written in the market arenas that we play in. So again, rosacea, acne, and hyperhidrosis. So we feel very comfortable. It's a niche area, dermatology, and it's very controllable. These are the 4 core brands that we emphasize with our sales force. They are compensated for these products, and I'm going to get into a couple of these in more detail here. But this is our main portfolio. We have a few other products, 3, 4 other products. We call them our legacy brands. We don't focus much on those. These are our drivers. They included 90% of our revenues last year. So what is Qbrexza? Just to give you a little detail, Qbrexza is for primary axillary hyperhidrosis, excessive underarm sweating. This is a very unique product. You can see right over here the product itself. There's 30 foil packets that come in a box, and it's easily tearable. And inside a pad comes out. You unfold it, wipe under each armpit once, dispose of it, wash your hands. You're out the door taking on the day. It works remarkably well and is our #1 asset for the company. And it delivers anywhere between $25 to $30 million in revenue for the company. We have patents through 20 2030, towards the middle of 2030 on this. So we have a long, sustainable road. And right now, this is all about awareness and education. And I think we've just tapped the market right now. Our next product, this is dear and near to my heart. This is the first product I was ever trained on over 30 years ago. It's called Accutane. Accutane was originated by a company called Hoffman LaRoche. That's where I started my career. And I always loved this product. It is for the worst type of acne one can imagine, recalcitrant cystic acne. It looks painful. You've seen these people out there. Scarring acne, and it has incredible social impacts. This product we brought back to the market. We were able to obtain the trade name. It was off the market for about 10, 12 years. We got the trade name. We made a deal with a manufacturer and brought it out. This shows you the capabilities of what our company can do. We started at 0 prescriptions. You can see in 2.5 years, we brought this up to about 300,000 prescriptions happening just in the year 2023. We're off to our best quarter. There's national prescription data numbers that came out. In the first quarter of this year, we're up over 93,000 prescriptions. Our best quarter prior to that was 73,000. So you can tell we're on a roll with that. That's bringing in anywhere between 20 to 25 million in revenue for the company. So very strong products. This is considered an ANDA because it's an older product. It's gone generic. But because it has severe side effects, there's a REMS program. And that program really makes this product behave and work like a brand that's an NDA. So they call it Accutane. Patients ask for Accutane. The other competitors in here, there's over 2 million prescriptions a year that are being written for this category. And the other generics, many of them have brand names too. Once a patient starts on this, they're usually on it for 4 to 6 months to get the full treatment. And they don't want to get switched out from our product, Accutane, to another product like Zenatane or Amnestine or Clarivis, etc. So this is really a fantastic model. Okay, let's talk about something real exciting. This is called DFD-29. This is going to be the best-in-class treatment for rosacea. There's about 16.5 million people that suffer from rosacea in the United States. This is an oral medication, 40 milligram minocycline hydrochloride. It has a proprietary formulation. It has immediate release as well as extended release pellets. So it's very dose controlled. And we have right now, actually it says 2, we have 3 listable Orange Book patents that take this product all the way out to 2039. So that's a really strong NDA, and we like the future of that. I mentioned earlier, it's worth mentioning again, this product right now has a PDUFA date with the FDA of November 4th. What's the rosacea treatment look like in terms of the market size? In 2023, it's $1.2 billion. Again, I remind you, we did about 60 million just in product revenue alone last year. So we believe this product is going to have peak sales in the United States of well over $200 million. And we believe globally with partners that we'll make deals with that will have over $300 million in global sales. So why do we feel so strong about it? Why does this make so much sense? We did something so unique. We went not just our product, DFD versus placebo, because that's all you need to get FDA approval. We took it a step farther. We did DFD-29. We went up against the market leader called Oracea, and we went head-to-head with them in our clinical trials. This is unheard of in small molecules. And what this is showing you, This is called IGA Success, Investigator Global Assessment. This is DFD right over here, Oracea, and placebo. Our p-values are very strong. We have statistical superiority over placebo and Oracea. That allows, once we get approval, for us to go right up there. Oracea alone did over $300 million in prescription sales in 2023. And now we're going to be demonstrating to them this incredible data that this will now become the standard of care. So that's one primary endpoint, the IGA success. Another area is inflammatory lesion change. And again, head-to-head studies showing great p-values, so it's statistically superior, and you can see the reduction is significant in each of these areas here. So this is a dream to be able to go in and go head-to-head. You cannot do any comparisons if you don't have clinical trials like this. We'll be able to do that. So that's number one. Number two, erythema. Erythema with rosacea, you get these inflammatory lesions, but you also have redness associated with many of the patients. Oracea, which I just showed you head-to-head superior results, they tried to get this erythema label. They failed. One of their clinical trials showed that they were able to do it. The other one was unsuccessful. We are demonstrating here, and we believe we will have this on our label, and this will be dramatic in terms of being revolutionary, being new for the dermatologist. Many of the patients that are on rosacea therapy will quickly turn over to DFD, and then the new patients will come along as well. So two major differentiators. So I think this is a great blockbuster. I was taught many, many moons ago to sell a product successfully, you need three things. You need efficacy, and I just demonstrated that for you. You need safety, and this is the safety aspect here. We are going to be able to go in, look our customers in the face and say that this is placebo-like side effects. What I'm showing here are the adverse events related to DFD, Oracea, as well as placebo. And in terms of the various adverse events, tetracyclines, this is the class it falls under. You can see that 2.5%, 1.7, and then even a little higher with the placebo. And the same thing, that's MVOR1, the first study with over 320 patients, and MVOR2 with over 320 patients. You can see the placebo-like side effects. I mentioned efficacy as a major factor. I just mentioned safety. The other one is access. We are going to be able to get this product to the majority of patients that suffer from rosacea. We have done a lot of market research. We've taken outside independent companies that are well established in this field, and they've given us great perspectives in terms of access. So just to give you an idea, the regulatory pathway that we took, these are some of the phase 1 studies here. In phase 2, this was done in Germany with more than 200. Very similar results to our phase 3. Again, it shows consistency and proof. And as I mentioned here, we submitted our filing here. We got the acceptance letter, and now we're expecting a PDUFA target date here of November 4th. So once this hits, we are really, we're going to hit the ground running in early 2025 to launch. So just some key takeaways. Again, right now the best in class drug is Oracea. There is no competition to Oracea. We're going to be the first competitors, and we have great clinical trials. So we will become the new standard of care. We're fast-acting treatment. We're not only going to be going after the low-hanging fruit, which is Oracea, but the topical market, which I haven't even mentioned, is There's $300 million in Oracea. There's over $700 million in the topical market. We'll be able to go after that market as well with the label that we're getting here. We're going to be the lowest fixed dose of minocycline available into the marketplace. And as I mentioned here, this erythema is going to be significant for us as well. Okay. So how does Journey grow? I'm gonna wrap this up quickly here and open it up for questions. We grow in multiple ways, but the first one here is in terms of our portfolio. We've got a portfolio, so we're not just banking on an R&D product. We're already doing revenues of $60 million. I mentioned to you that we did a licensing deal for almost $20 million with a company called Maruho, and we plan on doing additional licensing deals to generate revenue. We have a great commercial platform. We believe we've got the best-in-class dermatology sales force. We have the ability to plug and play and add more products into our structure. We've averaged one product a year in terms of acquisition or licensing. So that isn't even included in here. So that's the growth and acquisition area. And then, of course, DFD 29. And then we're looking for our next potential late-stage asset as well. And this is our guidance that we gave, about 55 to 60 million in revenue. Our core products, again, are driving the main business. Our SG&A, we right-sized the company in 2023. We were able to reduce our SG&A line by almost $16 million, and we've been very, very productive. We think we can cut that more in 2024 here. Our R&D spends about $9 to $10 million. About $7 million of that is through our application that we had to submit. That was $4 million, a $3 million milestone. So just $7 million in that. That's wrapping up. So our R&D expenses should be lower as we continue to move. And as I mentioned, we've got a strong balance sheet. So just a couple highlights. It's going to be all about DFD 29 as we continue to move our current existing product portfolio. But we have a lot planned for DFD 29, and our focus is really on that. This is just a show of our current portfolio of products. I'll open it up. I think I've got about 3 minutes. Yes. Topical. So oral, or an oral product versus a cream or a lotion. Okay? Orals and topicals, yeah. Yes. What is the what? To bring DFD 29, what's your cost to bring that to market? How do you fit it into the plan? We're spending on the asset right now in terms of getting prepared for the launch. We expect launch hopefully in Q1 of 2025. So, our marketing and our commercial plans have been underway now for about 8 months already. So we've Yeah, so our legacy brands, some of the legacy brands that you see up here, Targadox, Exelderm, we're taking funding from those brands and putting it into DFD 29, but we also will be putting additional dollars into it. Again, we've got good cash on our balance sheet. Yeah, we're not looking to do any capital raise or anything. Nothing is planned if that's what you're asking. Yeah. Okay. Is approved. Is that 4550 or how high does it go? And I can tell you how big is that variable message sales force? Yeah, sales forces change over time, including with Medicis. Right now, we're going to launch with the 35 salespeople that we have. Once you get approval, then you can go negotiate with the PBMs and the managed care. You cannot do that until you get your approval. Once you do that, it takes about 6 months to start getting under contract. And then from 6 months to about 18 months plus is when we'll have maximum coverage on the brand. So we'll start out with 35. As we ramp up, we will start to add additional heads. And I think you had the right numbers. I can see us going to 45 to 50. But that won't happen immediately. That will happen over time, over a year and a half. Mm-hmm.
That's the gap. The thing you mentioned, once you get coverage, November 2024 approval, then I think you mentioned the launch in early 2025.
Right. Yeah. So November, let's call it first quarter of 2025. We're going to be with 35 salespeople. As we hit the summer months into fall, we'll probably start adding incremental salespeople at that point. Okay. So another question? Yeah. Yeah. We actually don't come out with that publicly, but the gross margin overall is about 60+%. Yeah.
But through the journey, how many products you acquired, how many actually did making those
Yeah, so the majority of all the products that we have, we've kept. We've put, we have, sometimes we have a brand that we've put associated with it as a authorized generic, so that's included in this. We have all of our products except for one. We discontinued one called Zamino, and we did that late last year, fall last year. But all the other products we have. So they continue to drive revenue for us. It just doesn't make sense for us to focus in on that. Yeah. Sure. So we think it's rather significant, the potential of DFD-29, as well as our other brands. Right now we have Qbrexza that I mentioned to you, that you just said. We also have out-licensed another one of our products, Amzeeq, into China with another partner. And then in terms of DFD-29, we have ongoing discussions with various companies, but nothing yet is solidified. But yeah, these other products, Oracea, sells outside of the U.S. as well. So we expect to do the same. Any other questions? Well, I want to thank you very much for your time. I think, again, this is a great time to get in on the company, and look forward to talking to you.